Minutia was a world unlike any other. It was a tiny world, nestled within the petals of a giant moon-white poppy. Its inhabitants, the Ponderlings, were as small as dewdrops and just as reflective. Their skin shimmered with pearlescent hues, changing subtly with every thought that crossed their minds. The Ponderlings were a thoughtful people. They dedicated their lives to contemplation. Each day they spent 23 hours in thinking hour, their minds a-whirl with ideas and theories. Their tiny houses, built from polished pebbles and moonbeam threads, were designed for quiet reflection. Each house had a special room with walls of polished quartz, perfect for reflecting thoughts. The Ponderlings believed that the universe's secrets were hidden within the folds of thought. They saw the world as a grand, intricate puzzle, and they, the Ponderlings, were entrusted with piecing it together. Their lives revolved around unraveling the mysteries of existence one thought at a time. Life in Minutia followed a rhythm dictated by the thinking hour. Each morning, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the translucent poppy petals, the Ponderlings would retreat into their homes. They carried with them their Thoughtbooks, journals bound in spider silk and filled with meticulously recorded musings. The thinking hour was a sacred time for the Ponderlings. It was a time to delve into the depths of their minds, to explore the labyrinthine corridors of knowledge and imagination. They pondered the meaning of life, the nature of time, and the vastness of the universe. Their thoughts, as delicate and intricate as lace, filled their homes and spilled out into the world. Once a year, the Ponderlings would gather for the Thought Festival. It was a grand celebration of knowledge and contemplation. During the festival, they would share their most profound thoughts, their most insightful observations. The air would crackle with intellectual energy, each thought a tiny spark illuminating the vast tapestry of their collective consciousness. One day, a young Ponderling named Luma was sitting by her window. She was absorbed in her thought book, her brow furrowed in concentration. A gentle breeze swept through the poppy field, carrying with it the scent of sunshine and distant rain. Unbeknownst to Luma, it also carried a single crimson leaf twirling gently in the air. The leaf, detached from its branch, danced and pirouetted in the gentle breeze. It was a vibrant crimson, the colour of sunsets and pomegranate seeds. As it twirled, it caught the sunlight, its veins glowing like threads of molten gold. As Luma gazed out of her window, lost in a particularly intricate thought about the nature of infinity, the leaf landed softly on her outstretched hand. She paused, her mind momentarily breaking free from its contemplative cocoon. She looked down at the leaf, its vibrant colour a stark contrast to the pearlescent sheen of her skin. Section 4. A ripple in still waters. Luma had never truly looked at a leaf before. She had read about them in her thought books, of course. She knew their scientific classification, their role in the ecosystem, and the process of photosynthesis. But she had never truly seen one, felt its delicate texture, or marveled at its intricate veins. As Luma held the leaf, a strange sensation washed over her. It started as a warmth that spread from her hand to her chest, then blossomed into a feeling she had never experienced before. It was a feeling of pure, unadulterated joy, a simple happiness that had no roots in logic or reason. The other Ponderlings, alerted by Luma's gasp of surprise, emerged from their homes. They watched with growing concern as Luma continued to hold the leaf, her face alight with an emotion they couldn't comprehend. They whispered among themselves, their usually calm and collected demeanours ruffled by this unprecedented display. Section 5. The Wisdom of Omnius. The news of Luma's experience spread through Minutia like wildfire. Soon everyone was talking about the young Ponderling who had dared to feel something beyond thought. Some dismissed it as a silly distraction, a fleeting fancy that would soon be forgotten. Others, however, felt a flicker of something unfamiliar within themselves, a nascent curiosity that whispered of unexplored territories. The elders of Minutia, led by the wise Omnius, gathered to discuss this unprecedented event. Omnius, known for his vast knowledge and contemplative prowess, listened intently as the others shared their concerns and speculations. He had never encountered anything like this in his long years of pondering the universe's secrets. Omnius, after a moment of contemplation that seemed to stretch on for hours, spoke. His voice, usually a low hum resonating with wisdom, was soft yet firm. He reminded the gathered Ponderlings that while thought was their lifeblood, the universe was vast and held many mysteries. He suggested that perhaps there was more to existence than the endless pursuit of knowledge. Perhaps, he posited, there was room for both thought and feeling, for both the mind and the heart. Section 6. A World Awakened. Omnius's words sparked a wave of change in Minutia. The Ponderlings, inspired by Luma's experience and guided by Omnius's wisdom, began to explore the world beyond their thoughts. They stepped out of their homes and into the poppy field, their senses awakening to a symphony of sights, sounds and sensations. They marveled at the intricate patterns of the poppy petals, the gentle sway of the grass, and the buzzing dance of the bumblebees. They felt the warmth of the sun on their skin and the coolness of the dew on their feet. They laughed, they cried, they sang and they danced, their lives becoming a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of both thought and feeling. Minutia was no longer a world of quiet contemplation alone. It was a world where thought and feeling coexisted, where the pursuit of knowledge was balanced by the simple joy of being alive. The Ponderlings, once solely defined by their thoughts, had discovered the richness and fullness of a life lived with both their minds and their hearts wide open.